So our first speaker this evening is Tony Sandlin. Tony is the owner and pilot with Midwest Balloon Rides. They have one of the only 88 approved balloon baskets in the Midwest. So it's a huge basket, and it's amazing. If you have to see it, if you haven't seen it, you need to. He has had over 20,000 passengers in a hot air balloon, including Vice President Mike Pence and Dave Smiley. He was the first balloon to fly in the country of Qatar, along the Persian Gulf in the Middle East. And Tony serves as the president of the Balloon Federation of America and Professional Ride Operators Division of that organization. He has served on an expert panel for the NTSB in Washington, D.C. He's a longtime past member of BNI and a past area director of BNI. He's the father of one, and Tony is about to celebrate 20 years of marriage with his wife, Gail. That's awesome, Tony. Please help me welcome to the stage Tony Sandlin.
Okay, thank you guys. I guess this timer's going to start, so here we go. So the thing I want to tell you about it wasn't a real tough choice, but it was a choice I made many years ago. Who can picture, if you're from Indianapolis, where 30th and Emerson is? Or at 30th and Emerson, the bridge goes up high on Emerson, and underneath is Massachusetts Avenue. On the side of Emerson Avenue is a big grass strip. Now today I think it's weeds and trees and everything else. But 40 years ago it was nice green grass and it was well manicured. Well, me and my friends, Tom and Mark, would go there in the summer and we'd go sledding. Yes, sledding in the summer. And how we would do that, down at the bottom of that hill was a bunch of factories and they had a lot of boxes sitting around. Well, if you took those boxes and you sliced them up, the inside was all wax. So you put the wax in the grass and you go sledding. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Again, it was 40 years ago. I wouldn't let my kid go on the side of Emerson and go out there today. But 40 years ago, my parents didn't care we could do that. Well, one day, Tom, Mark, and I were down there sledding. We walked back up the hill. We get to the top of the hill, and there's two big kids up there. One's probably about our age. One's probably about 18. First thing they do is they look at Tom, and they ask Tom, "Can you fight?" Tom says, "Yeah, I can fight." Guy punches him. He goes rolling down the hill. I said, okay, that wasn't good. Then they look at Mark, and they ask Mark, "Can you fight?" Mark says yes. He puts up his fist, but before he can get a swing out, he gets punched. He goes down the hill. Mark and Tom are gone. I'm at the top of the hill by myself, these two big guys. Younger guy looks at me, "Can you fight?" I have a choice to make. I can say yes and go down the hill with Tom and Mark, or I can say no and see what happens. I said no. And guess what? They turned around and left. I did not go rolling down the hill with Tom and Mark. I did not get hit. I stood up there by myself, and I'm sure Tom and Mark looked at me and were very happy with me at the time. But I had a choice to make, and I picked no. You can say no. When your friends and your family, well, maybe not all the time, your spouse, your boss, ask you a question or ask you to do something, you can say no. You don't have to always say yes. That was long time ago I learned that lesson, and though it wasn't a real tough thing, I've really carried on my adult life that sometimes you got to know when to say no. You can't say yes to everything. You got to make that choice. Now, let me caution you, though. Sometimes you do need to say yes. 8 years ago this month, I got a call from this planner in the Middle East. Say, "Hey, would you bring your bright yellow balloon to the Middle East in the Persian Gulf?" I go, "Really? I don't know." That wasn't a real quick, easy decision to make. I did say yes, though, because I didn't want to pass up the opportunity, and she had told me that 5 other places told her no. So I said yes, little research, and 9 days later, me and 3 of my team members were on a plane, and we were in Doha, Qatar. That's me in the yellow balloon on the Persian Gulf. It was an awesome experience. It brought me to a lot more experiences with my ballooning career. So you got to know when to say yes. Don't always say no, but you need to know when to say no. It's an answer that you can do. So I went faster than I wanted to. Randy said I would do it fast. But I do want to tell you that, you do have a choice between yes and no, and sometimes yes is good, sometimes no is good. Know when to say it, unless you want to roll down the hill with Tom and Mark. Thank you.
Don't delay. Get your ticket for the next Sparks event today.